All right, guys, so I've literally been waiting for this moment for the past hour, okay? Because I did have to let these cool a little, so cheers. Oh, no way. The best brownies. The best brownies I've literally ever made. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Myra from Low Carb Love. Now, most of you know I've lost over 100 pounds by making healthier versions of some of my favorite foods. So today we are making brownies. Now, brownies are one of my favorite foods on the face of this planet. But even though I have made like a 2-ingredient brownie, I've made like a traditional brownie, fudgy brownie, peanut butter brownie, I've literally made all the brownies. I've never actually made one of my absolute faves, which is like a turtle brownie. And I don't know if you've ever had it, but it has like pecans and it has caramel. I went all out. Instead of doing a store-bought caramel, I made my homemade caramel, which I have cooling right here already. So if you do not know how to make homemade caramel, super quick. I do have a video on this already, which I will leave linked in the description below, but there is nothing. I am telling you, there is nothing that compares to a homemade caramel sauce. And these brownies, of course, are diabetic friendly, weight loss friendly. They are low carb friendly. So these are low carb. Also just put together a weight loss ebook. So if you are trying to lose weight, there is an ebook now officially for you. So it has a bunch of my recipes and stuff like that, which is what I've done over the last 6 months to lose almost 25 pounds. So anyway, all of that will be linked in the description below. So actually, before we start measuring things out, this recipe does require butter. If you don't want to use butter, you can totally use avocado oil, olive oil, or even coconut oil. I feel like it just really adds to the texture and to the flavor. And making desserts at home is really, really easy. I feel like sometimes we might get a little scared. I used to be really scared of like baking and messing up, but not anymore. As long as you follow the directions, you'll be good. So we have our almond flour. Then we have our sweetener. Okay. Okay, so then we have our baking powder so that they're nice and fluffy. And then I already pre-measured the cocoa powder. So this is just like unsweetened cocoa or cacao powder. Okay, so it's gonna give it the nice chocolatey-ness that we want. I always do like a little pinch of salt. I feel like it really, really brings out the flavors in baked goods. I used to be like, ew, salt, but trust me, it doesn't come out salty. It really just brings out the flavors. So do not worry about that. Let's give this a good mix before we add in the wet. Okay, so we gave that a mix. Throw in your butter and toss in our little butter. Okay, so toss in our eggs. So now we're just gonna go ahead and whisk everything together to form our brownie batter. And then once we form it, then we're gonna add in all our toppings. And the toppings I feel like are really to your liking, and you can add as little or as much as you want. But we're gonna go a little extra so it can look super, super beautiful and just be really, really tasty. All right, and then for the chocolate chips, I'm gonna do half now. And then I also wanna do some for the very, very top so that it just looks like extra chocolatey. And these chocolate chips are sugar-free, so it's still low carb. These are actually from Chalk Zero, which they'll be linked for you in the description below. So I'm just rough chopping my pecans, just giving these a little rough chop, NBD. Okay, so we're gonna add these into our batter. Oh my God, I'm so excited about this. You know what this is reminding me of? Like a Rocky Mountain, like the apples, but like brownie version. Has all the fillings, and then right now we're about to put all the toppings. Okay, so I'm using an 8x8 baking dish, and we're gonna do a little parchment, a little oil just so that this sticks. They need to make something like, I don't know. The parchment always just gets so, you know, if I don't put oil in it, it just keeps coming up. Like we need to come up with some type of invention for that. But okay, so we have that. We should spray some on the inside too. Look at this deliciousness. Tell me that this does not look like everything you've ever wanted in life. Okay, so homemade caramel sauce. So right here, we're just going to put little piles, little dollops of caramel. So I was going to put it in just as is, but I do want it to give that like Rocky Mountain apple feel. So I'm going to do it. We're just gonna go overboard, throw some pecans, a little bit more chocolate chips. And I literally just drizzled some of the caramel sauce, but you can go crazy with it. It's just gonna add to the flavor. It's gonna add to everything. So that's it. It looks perfect. Now this is going in. My oven's already preheated to 350 degrees. So this is gonna go in for about 30 minutes and I can't wait. I cannot wait to show you the inside of these. Okay, so while my brownies are cooking, I'm gonna make myself a really quick smoothie just to kind of hold myself off and also to get that protein in. Sometimes, honestly, as much as I always focus on protein, sometimes I really don't get all my protein in for the day. Like at the end of the day, I'll be like, oh my God, like I really didn't eat that much protein. So whenever I can, I try to make myself like a really great smoothie. This one here, I love it. It's the one from Flav City. It has 25 grams of protein, 10 grams of collagen. The vanilla one is the one with the least amount of carbs, but I have like the chocolate peanut butter, holy grail. It has the whey protein, organic banana powder, organic coconut milk, which is what makes it like nice and thick and creamy. It has the organic pea protein, vanilla powder, and then it even has cordyceps and reishi powder, which is great for mental, clarity. And then it's sweetened with stevia leaf and monk fruit so that, it's not loaded with sugar. So I absolutely love it. And then I don't have a top to this, but if I did, you could literally just shake it and you don't have to blend it. This is an all-in-one. It's a protein smoothie, not a protein powder. So this replaces the collagen, it replaces the banana, it replaces the stevia, like everything. So basically in one scoop, it has it all. That's why I absolutely love it. So if you love vanilla milkshakes, I'm telling you, this is gonna be your thing. You can always use my discount code. It's LCL15. It'll get you 15% off your entire order. This. Cheers. It is so like silky, nice and thick. You know how sometimes when you just mix it in with the almond milk, it's like super runny? It literally has like the perfect texture. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sip on this. We have about almost like 20-ish minutes left on the brownies. So I can't wait to show you when they come out. Look at how beautiful they turned out. Yes. So I love the nuts and the extra chips on top. I feel like it just gives it like character. You know what I mean? Because if not, then they'd just be kind of solid. Maybe have a few cracks, but not like this. So these are super, super hot, obviously. So I'm just gonna take them out to let them cool for a little, and then we're gonna cut right in. Okay, so I drizzled a little bit of caramel. Now, remember, the caramel is just completely optional. Look at that fudginess. Guys, stop it. These are moist and fudgy. They have caramel swirls. You have a little bit of those extra chocolate chips, and then the pecans for crunch. These are literally like the ultimate brownie. All right, guys, so I've literally been waiting for this moment for the past hour, okay? Because I did have to let these cool a little, so cheers. Oh, no way. The best brownies. The best brownies I've literally ever made. Oh my gosh, I had to get my milk. Guys, okay, if you trust me, I'm telling you, these are by far the best brownies, okay? You would never in a million years be able to tell that they're low carb. So these are diabetic friendly. They're even weight loss friendly if you're doing a low carb lifestyle, which is amazing because this is one of the reasons why I started the channel, because when I first started eating low carb, they didn't have any of this stuff available. So I started making it and I started like creating recipes. And this recipe right here, I am super, super proud of. It's probably one of the best brownie recipes on the entire internet. Not just low carb, not just keto friendly, not just like healthy. I'm just talking about in general. So if you've ever wanted to try any of my dessert recipes, this one's it right here. Like, you have to try this. I'm gonna leave the entire recipe, instructions, the whole shebang in the description below. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that bell notification so that you're reminded every time I post a video just like this one. And don't forget, share this recipe along with my channel with friends and family that are either trying to lose some weight, that are diabetic, or really just like trying to make healthier choices in their life. But thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I'll see you on my next video. Mwah.